Hello everyone and welcome back. Thank you for watching. Today we're gonna be keep going with our North American tour, going back home, going back to Calgary. It's a little bit of an earlier stream. We're gonna be leaving Fort Myers, where we arrived last flight from Jamaica, and we're gonna go all the way up to New York State, Teterboro Airport. It's gonna be a long flight. Well, for the Learjet standards, and the weather is great here, but very nasty in New York. Uh, the whole the whole region there is really bad. So it's gonna be quite an adventure once we get close to New York. We are really close to the max to our to our endurance here on this flight and range. Uh, this flight is 984 miles. So of course the plane can do more than that, but legally, if you're gonna add an alternate and a fuel legal fuel reserve and everything, this is really tight. So this is as far as we can go with this plane. That's one of the reasons why we're unfortunately not gonna be going, even though it's a long flight, we're not gonna be going too high. We're gonna be cruising at flight level 310. Unfortunately, I really wanted to go up to 450, but we won't make it legally if we go much higher because of the winds. So yeah, we're gonna be staying at 310, and this flight should take us 2 hours and 25 minutes. So and we should be burning 5,000 pounds of fuel. So we're only gonna have 1,000 pounds left in the tanks. So let's get going. There's ATC. We have ATC online all the way up to New York, including New York. New York approaches online. So let's try to get out of here as quick as possible, so we won't miss ATC. Okay. Already filled up the plane. GPU is already running. Anything else is yet to be done. So let's start this. Let's program our GPS first. Even though it's a long flight, there's thank God we are flying in North America. We are allowed to do a lot of direct to. If this flight was in Europe, I wouldn't be doing with the 530. That I can tell you right now. It would have been a nightmare. But not here. We have lots of waypoints, but still we have a bunch of directs. So it shouldn't be an issue. Let's turn our radio master on. I could hear some engine running close by, so I think there's traffic here in I was going to say Fort Lauderdale, here at Fort Myers, but we'll see once we don't have much. It doesn't matter too much. The only ATC that is not online is Miami here, but we should have ATC all the way, including Jacksonville. So we'll see. OBS 244. Just want to double check here. 244. And once again, I forgot to slave the CDI to, but that's okay. We'll go like this. We are not importing any flight. We are going straight to the flight plan page. Perfect. So Fort Myers, we're gonna go to Lakeland VR, Lima Alpha Lima. We don't want to waste any time today. There we go. Lakeland, from Lakeland VR, we're gonna have a seed and a star, but we're gonna add the seed after. We're gonna go to Ginos or Genos. Okay. From there, Etor. There we go. Feman. Oh, yeah. So here, what I'm gonna do is. Oh yeah, no. We're still gonna add. We're gonna have to cheat a little bit here. There's an array with because of limitation of the amount of waypoints that we can have on a flight plan on a 530 here. Unfortunately, that was a big deal. One of the only issues that that complaints that I could say about this unit ever is the limitation on number of waypoints on a flight plan. So now we're gonna be going to VAP or VIAP, and we're gonna join an airway. So what we're gonna do, since we're gonna have basically the same magnetic heading, we're just gonna input the first and the last waypoint on that airway. So we save a little bit on waypoints. There we go. So we're gonna be getting the Quebec 87 all the way to JROS. So we're gonna just add JROS. Or else it's gonna bite us later on. When we add seed and star and the approach, we might have a little bit of a problem here. There you go. Then we're gonna go direct to Florence VOR or Firenze, if you want, if you wanna call it the proper way, the Italian name. So Florence VOR. Yeah, the one in the US, please. Then we're gonna go to direct to Tubas. Another airway, Juliet 51. Oh no, we are gonna get Juliet 55 to flops. And then we're gonna get we're gonna join the Juliet 51 all the way to Flat Rock VR. The variation is 3 degrees. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do the simulator. Let's do it. It's only. Let me see. The distance is. Yeah. It's quite a distance here. We're gonna have to be adding 2 extra waypoints. Okay, yeah. Oh, let's just add Flat Rock VR, and then our destination. I was just making sure that this was the last, but it is, because I remember Flat Rock VR is the entry point on the star. Okay, there's our flight plan. Let's set 122.8 right away. 124.775. Jacksonville center. Jack center. And we should be good. Oh no, actually not. Let's set our departure right away, and we deal with the arrival and everything else. So I'm glad that we have Charlie Shell 6 departure out of runway 06, if I'm not no, runway 24. Runway 24, Lao VOR is our transition. Okay, so we're good with that. Let's go through our checks already. I think I already turned the valve on here. Everything else is looking good. Radio altimeter, we can set it right away. Where's my phone? There we go. I'm pretty sure the elevation is pretty close to sea level. Yeah, 30 feet. So we can set 1030. Don't have to be that precise, but since we have the tooltip here, because it's really hard to see on a simulator, we're gonna climb. We're gonna try again 3,000 feet per minute. Altimeter setting right now 3,000. Okay. I promise we did last time, so we're gonna do it again. We're gonna use Navgraph C. I'm not using Navgraph, but I loaded on Navgraph, so you guys can see it. This is our flight plan with the seed already and the star. It's a long star. Our departure, Seashell 6. There it is. And we're gonna use Lakeland Lao VOR. There's a required takeoff minimums. I'm not even gonna bother because the max 300 knots. We need a 2,500 feet, 2,500 feet per minute on a 500 per nautical mile climb, and we can blow this out of the water. Not even gonna bother. Initial climb here is maintain 4,000. That's the standard or assigned by ATC. So we're gonna maintain 4,000 for the initial climb. We can call it 4,000. But real quick, not gonna go into details. Runway 24. We're just gonna fly here and go to Lakeland VOR and proceed on course. There's the airport layout from yesterday. We are parked somewhere around here, so we're gonna have to get out of on A4 or join Alpha on Alpha 4 or Alpha 3. I need to figure out which one is the closest one, and hold short at Alpha 10. Pretty straightforward. So let's set our 4,000 right away. That was the reason why I wanted to do this briefing real quick. V1 129, VR 134. We're gonna be going full tanks. Okay, 129, 134. Something like that. And that's it for this section here. Like I said, we are doing our flow and punching the numbers in at the same time, just to speed up the process here. I really don't want to take too long here, especially because we have ATC all the way. I really don't wanna miss this opportunity. Okay, we won't need any NDBs, but we are gonna be flying VORs. We're gonna be tracking VORs. So, of course, the first one, important one, will be Lakeland VOR, which is gonna be our transition on the departure. If we have to come back, RNAV runway 24, so we don't have to worry too much about tracking anything. There's a channel, there's a WAS channel, but we don't have to track. We can still leave Lee County VOR, which was the one that we used yesterday on the opposite runway. So, which is still here, 101.8. So we can leave that one active, 101.8, and real quick input Lakeland 116.0. and of course leave it on nav2, the active. So we're going to be tracking 2 VORs, 1160 Lakeland, Lao on nav2, and we're going to have Lee County, Fort Myers here VOR, active and standby 1160 Lao 2. We won't need any ADF, we won't be tracking any NDB as far as I'm concerned. The beauties of flying the US. Yeah, we have one at the end, 214. Yeah, we don't need, but we can use as a marker on our ILS. So yeah, sure, but just at the end of the flight. Let me see if I can. Cheat on this. I hate going through 214. Yes. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. So we're gonna have the NDB, of course, on nav2, on ADF too. We don't want to use the first one. We're gonna be using for the ILS. Okay, so we're all set. Since it didn't take that long, let's set. We won't be using. We shouldn't be using, but let's set the same one on ADF number 1. I don't think we're gonna get nothing here right now, but oh yeah, we are. The ground is very, sometimes you get something, sometimes you don't. It's very, depends on obstructions, depends on your location at the airport. Okay, we're good. That's Lee County, Fort Myers VOR. That's all we need. Okay, so we're set with that. Weather radar, there's nothing to be done. Let's check the annunciator panel and all the other lights. Yeah, everything's looking good. Let's check our transitioning lights. Looks good. Test the lights on a thrust reverser panel and test the reversers are working properly. Okay, here just gonna reset one more time. I already did, I'm always concerned. Checking fuel, so it should be full tanks. Yeah, 6,055 pounds. Yaw damper is off. The autopilot we're gonna disengage once we do our tests. So we're good to jump to the other side. Do everything that we have to do here. Set everything up. Start the engine and get going. Close the door. Just check the light. Yeah. Test both seatbelts and no smoking alarms and lights. Yeah, we're good. Fire test. Yeah, looks good. Oh. Autopilot and flight director lights. Yeah, looking good. Cabin altitude test. Alarm. Lights. Max speed. Alarm. Stall left side. Light. Angle of attack. Looking good. Buffeting on the yoke. Right side. Angle of attack. Light and buffeting on the yoke. Anti-skid. Outboard. Inboard. And normal. Okay. By the way, I never mentioned anything, but this 8-track actually works. You can set up songs, put on a folder, and he will play. Keep looping from what I remember. He will play just like if you were playing an 8-track. I never done it, but yeah. When I'm not streaming and I'm flying this plane, I have my own music, but I don't use this in particular, just use, right? But anyways, yes, but another amazing touch from guys at Xtreme Prototypes. Okay, I got distracted here a little bit. Setting our pressurization. We can turn the fan on in a minute. The radios, everything we have set. We don't have to worry about. We have nav 1. We can set up the standby for Jack's center, but we're good for now. Altitude, we're going to be flying 31, so just past 30 here. That's good. I don't like to cheat here of the tooltip. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna be max anyways on a cabin. We just have to keep an eye on the differential. Okay, so everything else here looks good. We got everything looking at oxygen pressure is good. Everything is good, so we have oxygen. We're definitely gonna need. We're ready to roll. Have our flight plan here, all the way up to New York. Just make sure everything's set here on regarding vPilot. Yes, everything's looking good. Parking brake is on. Look around here. I don't think there's anyone. No. Nav light beacon on. Yeah, everything's looking good. Let's start this engine. RPM's increasing. Throttle on idle. There you go. Engine number 2 fired up. Just make sure exhaust temperature will be the EGT won't rise too much. Okay, we're good for number 1. RPM increasing, 15%. Thrust on idle. Yeah, engine fired up. Reached green. EGT. Yeah, looking good. Battery's on. We're gonna not making the same. Not gonna get distracted and make the same mistake again. Okay. APU off. Oh, GPU off. Sorry. And right away generators on, so we can so we won't drain our batteries. Okay. We're good to go. We are good to go. Parking brake off. Forgot to disengage the autopilot. But we're good. Okay, so we let's find out here. Where is what are we facing here? Okay, we're facing, so it's behind us. Should be behind us. Hopefully. Just want to make sure. Yeah. So we're gonna take the first one, which will be. That's interesting. We should have one here. Oh yeah, we do. Alpha 5. Very narrow. But we'll take it. So we'll take Alpha 5 here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna take that one. Alpha 5, and will be Alpha 5 left on Alpha. Yeah, that's what's gonna be. Just one more check on the meter. Yeah. Fort Myers traffic, good afternoon. Learjet 25 Delta Bravo X-ray Papa. We are right now at apron, the northwest apron, if you can call that. And we're gonna be taxiing to holding point holding point Alpha 10 runway 24 via the apron here, Alpha 5 left on Alpha to Alpha 10. Any traffic inbound or taxiing at Fort Myers, please advise Delta Bravo X-ray Papa. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Let's hide this. Give some power. They say the test has to be done at usually 5 knots. That's why usually we do it. I never pay too much attention to that here on the simulator. Okay, looks good. Steering lock can go on, and we can just keep going right away. Okay, turning right. Everything's turning. Ball to the left. That makes sense. We're gonna turn left on Alpha, so we don't need to zigzag here. We'll just check once we turn left on Alpha. Squawk mode C here. Oh yeah, it's narrow, but not for us. There's a terminal, really nice terminal too. So left on Alpha here. This is an RNAV departure, so we're just gonna depart. We're just gonna depart on GPS mode. We're not, of course, not gonna be engaging right away, but it's a 238 heading, so runway heading until we reach 540 feet, which is really nothing. So we turn left, ball wing to the right, and HSI and RMI turn, so looking good. And the compass too. Usually don't care too much about the compass. We take it for granted that we're never gonna have any issues, that we won't need to be navigating depending on a compass. That would suck. So yeah, we can set GPS right away, and I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. ForeFlight was crying here about runways, but yeah, she's just lost there. Not blaming, it's just the simulator, right? And it's taking. Should be happy that this actually works. Okay, let's set up the stuff that is not that it's not that it won't be an issue for us to taxi with. Just of course gonna leave pitot heat for last. We don't want on here in Florida during the summer. We don't wanna keep pitot heat on while we're taxiing. Not a good, or any kind of heat or de-icing or anti-ice or nothing, of course. Got our flaps 8 degrees. Can set our seat belts and no smoking sign. This is Alpha 7. We want Alpha 10, which is going to be at the end. So only need strobe landing lights and pitot heat. Everything else looks good. The H valve looks good. I'm not gonna move there, but we want between 1/2 and 3/4. It looks like it is. Oh yes, one thing that I promised the passengers was to turn the fan on. We won't be turning air conditioner on right now, but I can turn the fan on. Air conditioner has a lot of the system here being old, and the engines too has a lot of limitations. Altitude limitations and other operating limitations. So basically you don't use much. That's basically what it is. So it's just saying that we are entering the runway, but we are not. But again, this is a real life software that was just connecting to the simulator, so not expecting to work 1000% at the time. Still works pretty good. It works when it matters, so I'm happy with that. That was a long taxi. 100 pounds burnt already. Yeah, really, I'm really gonna be cautious with the fuel on this flight. Fort Myers traffic, Delta Bravo X-ray Papa Learjet 25 lining up runway 24. We're gonna be flying the Charlie Shell, the Seashell 6 RNAV departure, initial climb 4,000 en route to New York. Any traffic, please advise Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, Fort Myers. Steering lock off. Yeah, you wanted to do everything in one motion here without having to okay. Real quick, flaps, the important stuff, flaps, stall, anti-skid, everything is good. Pressurization, everything is on. Let's get going. Hold brakes. Full power. Gauges are green. Rolling. Airspeed is alive. I don't like how the camera goes up a little bit when you start rolling. I always miss the electrical gauges. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Let's try to maintain a 3000. Bring the power down right away. Flaps up. Autopilot is on. GPS engaged. Flight director, autopilot, altitude, and nav lock. Yaw damper can go on. What did I want in here? Oh, anti-skid off. And we reached 4,000 feet. Reversers off. Oh, too much. 272. Fort Myers traffic, Learjet 25, Delta Bravo X-ray Papa Airborne, running 24 on a Seashell 6 departure right now at 4,000. We're gonna start climbing to a cruise altitude of flight level 310 in 5 minutes or so. Any traffic inbound, Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, Fort Myers. That's a nice view. Oh. We want to maintain 250 knots. So let's bring this power down a little bit. We should be able to. So I don't know. We resume our climb and let's call a point. Seashell, a waypoint, just because it's the name of the. Yeah, I was going to do once we the last one before our transition, Lakeland. But no, let's use Seashell. So Seashell is gonna be our point where we're gonna be. We're gonna simulate that ATC is gonna give us a higher altitude. Yeah, that's really nice. Sorry if we pass 250 a little bit. I just don't want to miss this. It is, we compromise a little bit, right? You want to have fun too. You don't want to just... I thought it was a stadium. Look, this, oh, man. I don't remember a stadium there. Yeah, this is really nice. Oh, you're doing 351. Yes, we are. Zero 14. Let's not forget that we're gonna have Jack's center at some point. Some big clouds up ahead there. There we go. That's the auto. Yeah, there you go. That's with turbulence. I think we're gonna climb. Yeah. Let's climb. Oh, Jacksonville just went offline, according to vPilot, just disappeared. And a bunch of Orlando approach tower ground 8 has showed up. Oh, I made a mistake. I was paying too much attention to that. We blew our 250. Let's see how high we can, how fast we can climb here, and still maintaining 250 knots. Just out of curiosity. I know this can climb really fast, like a fighter jet. We're right now almost at 7. Yeah, it will be. Oh, but we lost a little bit of power, so let's put back to 9. And that's not even 100% RPM. We're just going 90, which is what usually how we climb and how the calculations were made. The needle starting to go, it was halfway for all this time. Now it's starting to move to the cold side, so we are safe to turn the stab and wing heat on. Okay, let's go back here because I don't want to burn more than we... let's set up again. I don't want to burn more than... especially on this long flight here. .350. Oh. Thank you. Let's try 2500. A little bit more. See if we can get, yeah, we can. Lakeland viewer. And we can flip nav 1 too. Okay, we want 3000 now. Oh, 3,000, 300 knots. Sorry. Okay. 700 pounds so far, and we are getting close to our cruise altitude. Calculated 666 pounds plus taxi. So just a quick calculations. We played around with our vertical speed too, but it doesn't matter. We're still good. Okay, pass 250. So now Mach 0.7. Three, 4, 8. I wasn't paying attention, but we were just straight. Okay, need to turn. Pressurization is good. Everything else is looking good. Oh yeah, now that we have a second, let me just make sure that H valve is, yeah, it's in between 1/2 and 3/4. 1,000 to go. Okay, first hour we want 1748, so let's call it 18. I'm even gonna zoom in here. So we want 18, so 900 each engine for fuel flow. Second hour we want 1670, so 17. And this should give us roughly Mach 7.2. Oh, wow. Mach 7.2, 7.3. Let's start scanning this. Yeah, I wish we could have gone a little bit higher. Well, a lot higher. Anyways, even if we end up doing this flight and not having ATC, we are gonna be coming back. So it won't be the last time that we're gonna be flying this this sector here. So it is really not a big deal. Right to 004. There's a guy that doesn't look very happy right there. Okay, the weather radar so far not showing much. I'm pretty sure there's something behind us. At least that's what it looked like when we were a little bit when we were back there. Because this is nothing. I'm not worried about this. I'm worried about that. If that is something behind this series here. Well, we're going delay now. There you go. Oh, okay, so it was nothing. It looked like there was something hiding behind, but I'm glad it wasn't. The weather radar, I was a little bit worried. The weather radar wasn't showing nothing there. but that makes sense. Yeah, we should. We can't forget about this now. Okay. Pilot report. Just pass our position here. Convected activity. It's an actual active warning now. Fly level 240. Type is a Beechcraft. And yeah, lightning. That's what he was reporting. 24 minutes ago in real life. So yeah, time was 17:51 that got reported. Fly level, he was cruising at flight, well, doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure he was cruising at flight level 240. Beechcraft King Air 9. King Air 90. And lightning, that's what he was reporting. It was just east of us here. Wasn't exactly on where we were flying, but just east of our location there. There's an area here. Oh yeah, convective outlook here. The big area here in Florida. It's what to be expected for this time of the year and this time of the day. So you have to keep an eye on for convective activity. And we really need to make sure that we're not gonna go too crazy with the speed here, because yeah, we have a long way to go. Oh, let's hope that the other centers are still online. We had every single one of them. Washington, New York, Jack's center was online. Everybody was online. We'll see. Okay, I know it's early, but we can start setting up. we can start setting up for our approach. We still have 2 hours to go, but it's never too late. We can talk about it right now, and we can go back and talk about it later too. So the plan is to fly the Jake 3 RNAV from Flat Rock VOR. That's why we had the VOR. We were talking about having the VOR on standby. Straightforward. Hopefully we'll have ATC there, so he will guide us on our descent. Then Nottingham VOR. There's a constraint here. PEDS at fly level 240, no more, no less. Then Jake at fly level at 13,000. Eileen 13, Wacky 11, Regal 7, all the way to Solberg VOR. And if I'm not mistaken, that's gonna serve us as initial approach fix. Yes, our initial approach fix on ILS runway 06 is Solberg. Is it Solberg? Yeah, Solberg VOR, which is out of the chart here. But we're gonna be flying 080 to Vings. Vings, we're gonna intercept the 060 course for our final approach. ILS localized 108.5. Course is 060. Dandy, our NDB that is gonna serve as our marker and final approach fix. There's a mandatory 1500 at Dandy, so from 2000 we're gonna descend to 1500, maintain 1500 to Dandy, another step down to 1300, intercept the final approach fix at 1300, and descend on our glide slope. Gonna be a pretty short descent on a glide slope here, 3.8 DME. Correct, 3.8 miles. Our minimum's 200, standard 200 for ILS. MDA is 206, but decision height is 200. Circle to lane, we don't have to worry about. Localizer, the glide slope is out. We don't have to worry about it, so we just have to concentrate on ILS. We have a RVR here for C, which is us here. 18 or half. Shouldn't be a problem. Our problem will be the ceiling. MSA around Teterboro VOR is 3000. Transition altitude we know, and transition level is always 180 for North America. We have all the radio information here that unfortunately we usually don't use the whole thing, right? And there's the note here, the ADF is required for this approach. So even though we have the GPS and we're gonna have guidance from the GPS, they still want you to have the ADF so we can get the marker, so you can track, so you can have the marker. The mist, climb to 1000, left turn to 2500 to Teterboro VOR 108.4 is the frequency on the radio 335. To Patron, we're gonna call. And we're gonna hold there. We will have to do a parallel entry if we're gonna hold. and a standard right turn for the holds, for that particular hold. Remember, yeah, circuits left hand, standard, holds right hand standard. So a standard hold there at 2500. So yeah, that's basically the approach. Pretty straightforward. It's a nice star too. It's gonna take us all the way straight to the runway. Not much, not much stuff to worry about. We have times, which is always great. From Loam, our final approach fix, to the missed approach point, to the map. Depending on our approach speed, we know the times, so we can time. I always do. I have my timer here that I can attach to the yoke on the plane in real life. And so we can time. So for example, if you're doing a ground speed of 104 going down our glide slope, we want to have, if we're going to be flying the 3 degrees, which is the standard, and it's what it is for this one, we want to have set 743 feet per minute descent. And once we hit Loam, if we start our timer, it should take us 1:38 until our missed approach point. So 1:38, if we don't see the runway or the environment, we are overshooting. That's how it works. So yeah, so we're going to be setting 113.3, 112.9, and of course Teterboro 108.4, and we already have 214 for the NDB. Those are all the frequencies that we're going to be tracking along this flight. On top of 115.2 for Firenze, for Florence. So let's work on that. If it's not too late. No, it's not. We are en route to Etor. This is not the proper VOR, so we're not gonna worry about it. What did I do? What do we want? Desired track, yes. Okay, 2525. Yeah, so this is not the Florence yet. It's another VOR closer to us with the same frequency, but it doesn't matter. So 115.2, Flat Rock 113.3. Okay. Then we want 113.7. And 112.9. I'm just gonna figure I'm just gonna look at something here, see who I want with what. Yes, I want Solberg 112.9 on 2, and then we keep Teterboro or not, or should we do the opposite? Yeah, let's leave 112.9. We need a more Okay, I know what we're gonna do. Yeah, let's change here, it's just easier. And then at the end we set the ILS, the localizer, and Teterboro VOR. So we will keep localizer on 1, and of course, and Teterboro VOR if we need to overshoot on nav 2. So right now what we want to see is Florence 115.2 on nav 1. So it will be the yellow arrow. I'm gonna turn engine sync on just because it's a longer flight. Yeah, I should have done that before. So we make sure that we try to burn the proper amount of fuel just because it's a little bit of a longer flight. We can set our decision height right away, 200 for the ILS. And let's take a look on our fuel numbers and everything too pretty soon. Just want to see here we have 4,500 pounds left, burnt 16. I go to our amazing machine here and take a look at this. Okay, so we should have 1,200 left on board once we reach Teterboro. So that will give us a 40 minutes reserve. That will be that will be enough for us to go to our alternate. Yeah, I knew this wasn't going to be very legal, but it was right there, right at the edge of being legal. It would depend on what actually was going on with the upper wings. Of course, I wouldn't have done this in real life. I'm not known for being very brave. Not when needed. Not in regards of aviation. I take it very seriously. So yeah, we have 1,000 miles range right now. Excuse me, and an endurance of 2 hours and 23 minutes. According to ForeFlight, we have 1 hour and 40 minutes left. But we know that this already has been calculated for us 40 minutes. And there's a lot of PIREPs, pilot reports and convective activity, outlooks and turbulence active, and all kinds of icing, everything that you can imagine is active in New York right now. So yeah, that will be interesting. Regarding our speed, we were planning 450. We were expecting 450, but yeah, we're definitely not getting this right now. 421. Gonna bring the power down a little bit. It's really hard to, it's very sensitive, as you can see. And that's that. One thing that we should be doing is like similar kind of lost interest in doing is compute our rain, the availability of a GPS coverage or satellite coverage once we are close to our approach, to shoot our approach. Not right now, I was just showing. So, but so we could, for example, set the estimated time of arrival, which is gonna be 1 hour and 47 minutes from now. So 20. Just close. He's gonna check 50 minutes before, 50 minutes after. And but of course it's always gonna return as good here on the simulator. As far as I know, I mentioned before, we have traffic. As far as I know, there's no simulation of a satellite outage or maintenance in the simulator, so we're always gonna get a good rain return. But it is something that you have to do in real life. During the en route phase and before the approach. We do have a page, I was going to show this, simulating the satellites and the coverage, which ones are offline, which ones we are not using, and which ones we are using, because we don't use all the GPS, all the satellites at the same time. So that's really nice that they have this here. But of course it's not functional. It's not, well, it's simulated. It's not. Yeah, weather is actually pretty good here. There's no warnings or anything showing up, so we're only gonna have issues once we get close to New York. Actually starts in Maryland, because I just saw Baltimore on the map here, so yeah. But it gets really bad in New York. There's warnings on top of warnings. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to delete some waypoints here so we can add the approach. I'm pretty sure we don't have enough. Here. We can get rid of this the departure. We can get rid of the departure later on and to add our arrival and approach. Yeah, it was reporting for winds to be calm at 310. That's why I chose 310, but it's not that calm. We're getting a 16 knots. It's much worse the higher we go, so it's not that it's better. It is much worse, but 310 was supposed to be calm still. Okay, we're gonna be turning here. Let's check our desired track. Zero 32. Just about to reach our first hour in our flight. We should be getting a Florence VOR soon. We are right now roughly 200 miles from it. Half an hour should take us. Yeah. They're going slowly but surely. We're gonna make it. Yeah, everything else is looking good. And we got the VR. That'll be Florence VR. That's it. That's what we were looking for. 25 minutes to go to reach the viewer. So once we're past the first hour here, what we're gonna do is just bring it down a little bit to halfway between 8 and 900. Try our best, and that will be our final power setting until we reach top of descent. And speaking of the top of descent, let's add that. Oh, we need to load the approach. Okay. Oh, good. I don't know why I thought it was 4 and not 3. Said, oh, same problem again. We have an outdated. Yeah, I knew it. I knew we wouldn't have enough. I knew we wouldn't have enough. We wouldn't have enough. Waypoints. I wonder if that's gonna be enough. And we cut a few of them. That's why another reason why I wanted to cut some of them. Yeah, that was enough. So what we're gonna do, just to make sure too, we're gonna select the approach too, just to make sure that we have enough. I don't want to find out once we are close to our destination, close to New York. So it is ILS runway 06 from SBJ. Solberg. You are. Oh no. Ah. Okay. Ah. I don't even know if there's gonna be enough. Beautiful. Just enough. So just gonna go real quick here to make sure that that makes sense. We can even have opened for you guys to see too. Yeah, it's not on the way enough. So yeah, we're gonna have. Let me just see if the view for you guys is. Yeah, it's not good. Okay. It's gonna be zoomed out, or else I have to keep going back and forth. But just a quick, just double checking here. So we have Flat Rock, Cubies, Nottingham, Paleo, Peds, Ferber, Buzzy, Spencer, Jakey, Eileen, Walkie, Maisie, Regal, and our approach, which is gonna be SBJ, Solberg, VR, Vinks, Dandy, Torby, our final approach fix, the runway, and our missed approach. Patron with the hold. Yeah, and we had one to spare. We had one to spare. Okay, so we're lock and loaded. Of course, unless the weather changes, we are good to go. Now, we still have some traffic here. To the east of us. So now for our VNav, well, let me just check something here. Yeah, we have one more to delete. For our VNav, yes, that's what I was thinking. If you look again, if you take a look again at our star, we have that mandatory flight level 240 at PEDS. So that's what we're gonna add, punch in on our VNav profile, and then we're gonna have another one 1300 and 11 and 7. But these ones we won't be using. It's only 2,000 feet. We were just gonna manage. And here only 4, but we have 12 miles to get it there, so we're just gonna go down. We won't have to set up. The most important one is the transition from our cruise. So you just want to have an idea of when we should start descending. Of course, there's always the rule of thumb. There's always formulas. One of them is for the. I always talk about this. I always talk about this. To calculate our top of descent and the vertical speed. So the vertical speed is the same one that I use for ILS at 3 degrees. So you get your speed. So let's say, for example, here we're doing 421. If you want to go down, we're gonna get 42 divided by 2, 21. So it's gonna be 2100 feet per minute to follow a 3 degrees slope. It's not precise, but it's good enough for real world use, by the way. I've mentioned before many times. So yeah, you usually get good results and enough to pass your IFR flight test, and actually to shoot approaches in real life. And for our distance, we're gonna get 31 here, which is our altitude, and we want to triple. So 93 miles from our destination, we want to start our descent. This is in case you're flying GA and you don't have ways to calculate and you don't want to get to, this is a good formula. 3 times your altitude, and for the speed, you get your speed 42 divided by 2, and you're gonna figure out what vertical speed you need. Works pretty well. I use it all the time in real life. So yeah, so let's all that just to to say that we need to set up our we need to set up our VNav here. So we want 24, from what I remember. It's 240. I'm gonna double check before I. Yeah, it is. Before PEDS. Oh, SBJ is the end already. There we go. And yeah, sure, 21 is more realistic. So in 1 hour, we're gonna start our descent. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately I have to delete the rest of the flight plan. But it's okay. We should set this back to test. An hour and 25 to go, not too bad. Not much longer. An hour and 25 is pretty quick. Zero 035. Another tip is more also for real life, but some depending on the plane too, that might happen on a simulator. Keep the heading bug, even though you're not using, always move the heading bug to our current heading in case you have a malfunction, a failure. You know what was your last heading, and you can just keep going. So even though this is not right now not doing nothing, it's a good IFR practice that if you do your IFR course in real life, your instructor is gonna tell you right away to always set the heading bug to our current heading, even if you're using GPS, using the GPS for the navigation and the CDI is slaved. Always keep the heading bug until, of course, you get close to the approach. Then if you want to set the heading bug to the course, to the final approach course, you can do it, but it's a good practice. You don't have to do it, just saying. There you go. We're tracking now where the next waypoint will be Florence VR. 91 miles from the DME miles from where we are. 12 minutes. And this VOR is in South Carolina. Northern South Carolina. Yeah, so that's where it is. I'm actually surprised. Judging by the name, you think they will be in Florida. I thought it was when I first saw it. But that doesn't mean nothing, it's just it made me think about Florida and not South Carolina. Okay, we should be past 1 hour. Yeah, let's bring this power down a little bit. Remember, the engines are synced, so it's much easier now to control. It's very touchy. I need to change the sensitivity on the throttle. It is just barely touching it and it's already moving. Okay, that should be good. Should be losing a little bit of speed, but that's gonna help us guarantee that we're gonna make it, and we're gonna have, most important thing is we're gonna have enough to go somewhere else if we have to. Especially on a day like today, that there's really a realistic chance that we won't be able to land. We'll see. So we might need to go to our alternate. Okay, so 103.3 is the next one. It's what we have on a nav2, and that will be Flat Rock, the beginning of our star. So quite a ways from us still. More precisely 292 miles from us, 43 minutes. And that will be the beginning of the end. Just gonna check here. Yeah. It is really bad now. There. It is really bad. This is the newest emitter for Teterboro. 12 minutes old, and it's showing yeah. And it's showing low IFR, so it's bad IFR. It's not even IFR, it's a bad IFR. Yeah, all kinds of stuff going on there. We have to, we just need to hope that the winds stay favorable for runway 06, because the runway 06 has the ILS, so we're gonna be able to go lower on runway 06. If we have to change, that's it. We're not gonna make it. So let's just hope that, and it's actually, the winds are really, really, really good for runway 06 right now, because it's gusting 20 knots right now, but the wind is straight down the runway. So on top of all the bad ceiling and thunderstorms, and we have gusting winds, and but at least we are lucky that the favorable runway is the one with the ILS, and it's gusting straight down the runway. So at least that will help. But other than that, everything is bad. Everything else is bad. Yeah. Okay, 5 minutes, and we can see on our ETE here, 5 minutes and 26 seconds till Florence VOR. Weather's still good here, as expected. Nothing showing on the map here. It's looking great. It's gonna get bad once we reach QBs. That's when it's gonna start to get bad. So right after we start our we enter our star, that's when it's gonna get bad. So we get to enjoy a little bit more of good weather here. Are we turning soon? Yeah, we are. So now we're okay. So as I mentioned last flight, the plan is from New York to move west, so fly west in the US, and then once we are close to Calgary, just to fly north and reach Calgary, which is going to be the opposite of what I did coming down. So I went eastbound in Canada, went southbound in the US, southeastbound went to Bahamas and Bermuda and Bahamas. This time we're gonna be flying westbound in the US, and then just going up once we get close to Calgary. It should take us, not counting this flight, should take us 3 more flights. In 3 flights we'll be in Calgary. So the 3rd flight will be the flight inbound to Calgary. Okay, I left 011. Yeah, it's not too good. We won't be on our way, but yeah. Okay, so we're past Florence VOR. Another milestone in our in our adventure here. Next one will be Flat Rock, which is next VOR, not waypoint. Be Flat Rock, which is means that we're gonna be entering our star, the entry point of our star. Or the transition if you prefer. And Flat Rock, just out of curiosity, is half an hour from our present position, 212 miles. Yeah, so the icing, the active icing warning there, it's a moderate icing. It's just like it's just around, it's just by Delaware, all the way to running the East Coast, all the way to Boston. Quite a significant area here, including Scranton to the west of New York. So the icing, it's an air mat, icing freezing level. Yeah, New York, New Jersey. So nice to have a visual reference in the map of the area, because if you read the air map, you'll see a lot of coordinates, right? And it's really hard if you're not familiar with the area to know roughly where that is. So it's one of the good things about ForeFlight is just to take all this information, SIGMATs, air mats, pilot reports, and just make it as a graphical representation, so you know exactly where this is affecting and where to look. Like I said, especially when you're not familiar with the region. There's moderate turbulence too at flight level 130 reported just by Philadelphia. It was an Embraer 145. There's a big warning on that one. It's gonna be just to the west of us. It's just outside Philadelphia's control zone. terminal. He was actually tracking the VOR because it's just on top of the VOR. Yeah, over Papa Tango Whiskey VOR. So yeah, yeah, we have to keep an eye on this the icing here. It is moderate, so it's something that we want to make sure that it's between flight level 150 and between 15,000 and flight level 280. Yeah. Yeah, 150, 180. So we probably gonna want wanna have some kind of icing protection now on our descent. Something to keep in mind. On top of that, we have the turbulence and the thunderstorm, all in the same region, all overlaying each other. Oh, we're getting there. The last stretch here, once we turn right here, we're gonna be a straight line. Well, not a straight line, but it's a less major heading change. Can set Nottingham VOR. And the ILS right away. Then we'll keep Solberg and Teterboro on nav 2. So on 108.9. And I think we just we got a flat rock VOR. Yeah, that's flat rock. Yeah. Okay, so you got flat rock on nav 2, which is our next VOR, and will be our entry point, our transition in our star. And 22 minutes, so really not much longer left in our flight. It is a long star, but still Once you reach the star, you're right. Checking back on our VNav, we want in 36 minutes. We have our top of descent in 36 minutes for a vertical speed profile of 2,100 feet per minute, and that will be to maintain or to respect the constraint of flight level 240 by PEDS. Nothing more or nothing less than 240. Right tip tank is empty already, and left too, as expected. We have a little bit less than 1,000 on the wings, and our fuselage tank is still intact. We haven't used yet, and we're only gonna activate once we run low on the wings. So yeah, 1,800 pounds left on total on the wings, and another 1,300 roughly in our fuselage tank. If you want to double check and make sure that we are good. Oh, forgot that I changed the page. We can go to our fuel planning. There we go. And everything's still looking good. 42 minutes of reserve once we reach Teterboro. 1,235 pounds. Yes, pounds left on, in our tanks once we reach there. We have a range right now of 698 miles, 1 hour and 40 minutes of endurance. And our speed is 470, true airspeed. And this is where we are right now. Moving up in on the east coast here. And this will be a Washington FIR already. Oh, New York is online. So that at least some good news. New York Center is online. We should 125 325. There you go. Zero 40. And getting close to the viewer. So yeah, hopefully we won't have any issues landing. So you don't have to get stressed with fuel. We're getting close to all the mass, to all that area with all the weather, where the weather is happening. We're still over North Carolina, but once we reach northern Virginia, that's where we should be getting into all the mass there. It's gonna start with just the turbulence. The next one that we're gonna reach is gonna be icing, and then thunderstorms, in that order. I wonder how busy New York is right now, too. Hopefully busy. Teterboro won't be busy, but it will be nice if the airspace is actually busy. I find it hard to believe there's going to be lots of traffic in Teterboro. I don't know why people don't fly there. It is really nice. But every time that I've been there on the simulator, yeah. It's kind of a forgotten airport in the middle of a split there in the middle of LaGuardia and JFK. It is too bad. It's just like the London City airport. Amazing airport, but nobody ever flies there. It's either Gatwick or Heathrow. You never see anyone in London City. I fly a lot to London City. I'm always alone there. And it's the best of the three airports. It is too bad that some airports really, like nice airports, and nice approaches, like fun to fly to, and nice in terms of scenery too, how they don't get the recognition that they deserve on the simulator. It is too bad. There's nothing better than approaching London City, overflying the city. It's so much better than Gatwick and Heathrow. Heathrow and Gatwick is so boring compared to London City. It is really too bad. And nobody flies there. On top of that, we have Orbix London City, which is an amazing scenery. So it's not for lack of a nice payware. It's an amazing payware. Has one small detail, one small problem that I kind of find it kind of for the price that you pay for Orbix stuff is, but that's okay. Doesn't take from the experience of flying to the airport. It's just like objects in the scenery issue. It's one of the airports that I leave static aircrafts in the scenery because nobody ever flies there. So it gets really boring to take off and land there all the time and everything is empty. Same thing, I'm pretty sure for Teterboro here we have static aircrafts on because I know nobody flies here. ever. Okay, almost there. We are 20 minutes from danger zone. And I need to figure out too when we're gonna be talking to New York. It's gonna be almost there. New York is really small. Okay, he's providing track and services for New York and Philadelphia when offline. Okay, just checking on vPilot here. Which is good, because that means that we're gonna be able to talk to them before we get too close to the airport. If they're gonna take us in Philadelphia. Oh yeah, there's an ATIS for Philadelphia airport. Just popped up here, and oops, Washington is online too. So we're starting to see some action here. This is good. Readjusting the power a little bit. Checking our VNAV, 22 minutes. And 9 more minutes till we reach the VOR. Flat Rock. It's already on our map there. And remember, just past that, before we reach our next waypoint, that's when we're going to be entering the danger zone. Okay, new meter here for Teterboro, still low IFR. Winds shifted to 070 now, it was 060 just down the runway. It is 070 now, 13 gusting 20. 1 statute mile. Yes. Heavy rain. Broken 500. Broken 2,300. Overcast 4,500. 23 degrees. 22 on the dew point. Mist. What else do you guys want? What else do you guys want? We'll just throw it here. And altimeter settings 2976. That explains it. Very low pressure. Well, not very, but low pressure. Just double checking again. 125325. Yes. We have traffic. Descending. I don't see it. It's so hard to see during the day when the day is like this. It's not too far, but I just cannot see it. Anyways, not a big deal. It was just so it would have been nice to see someone else. New York, Teterboro traffic, good afternoon, Learjet 25 Delta Bravo, X-ray Papa. Right now, 25 miles from Flat Rock VR, inbound Teterboro. We're going to be flying the J-Key 3R nav arrival for the ILS runway 06. Right now we're maintaining flight level 310. Any traffic inbound Teterboro, please advise. Delta Bravo, X-ray Papa. Thank you. I'm having a hard time to remember the name of the VOR. It's not even that hard. A Boston Center now is online. That won't affect us. That is good to see. Just popped up here on vPilot. Well, I don't know if he's online now or if it's in range now, but he just showed up here. And that traffic, I really wanted to see the traffic. It's still descending, it's now 5,700 lower than us. I just don't see him. It's gonna be hard to spot, but it would have been nice to see. Yeah, it would be nice if the center of our approach, if approach is online, put a notice for Teterboro, knowing that we are inbound. I know we are the only ones inbound, but right, it will be nice. We'll see once we get closer. There you go. There's a flat rock, huh? There you go. Not gonna forget anymore. There's flat rock viewer. And we're just about to enter danger zone. As you can see, it is really bad. Yeah. Let's start from top. 046. Yes, it is. It is bad. And it's gonna get worse. This is the beginning. It's not as bad as it is up ahead, getting to New York. And of course now Jacksonville Center is back online. Oh yeah, approach is online too. Hopefully he will. They will put an ATIS for our destination. One of the two, either center or approach. Yeah, it's getting better. There you go. "12 minutes. To our top of descent. Yeah, JFK has an ATIS. What else? Oh, Newark has an ATIS. Even Newark has an ATIS. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna be forgotten even. Oh, okay. It's all good. We'll shoot the ILS there. We're flying our star already, so it really doesn't matter. We know the weather. If we didn't know, yeah, but we know what to expect. Even if they tell us to do differently, we will refuse. Unless it's vectoring us to for runway 06. Other than that, yeah. And remember what I said, QBs was supposed to be the waypoint where everything was going to get everything, the danger zone started, and that's yeah, I just saw lightning there, and that's exactly what's going on here. And not being able to know what gain we have really kills this. It's really bad. It's really unfortunate. So first area will be the turbulence area. Or am I wrong here? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, turbulence is the first one. Active between flight level 300 and flight level 410. So, good to see ForeFlight giving us the warning. So let's enjoy the ride. I don't want to go around that. Let's shoot for the gap. We'll be fine. I don't know if this is working anymore. We definitely have to see something here. Yeah, oh yeah, we definitely have to see something showing up on the radar. Let me start from the bottom. It's not that it doesn't work, it's just not knowing what gain you have. It is really hard. I don't know if that black thing has anything to do with it. Not having on the display, not having the information, or having the scale here outside the model, it is really hard. Not to mention that it has an infinite turning here. So if we had if we reached a tab or something at the end, we will know where the end is. It will be easy for us to kind of guesstimate. Yeah, we're just gonna go. Well, what can we do? We get no readings. Yeah, that's Nottingham VOR. We're tracking it now. So our next one here will be 1129, which is Solberg. And after that, we're gonna track the Teterboro VOR 108.4. And we want 1089, correction. Yeah, I don't know. We should be getting stuff here because there's no way that there's no returns on this clouds here. I don't know if I spin too much, ends up turning it off. I don't know. Let's try something here. Let's turn it off, which we wouldn't do in real life, and turn back on. Kind of, hopefully we'll reset the gain, reset everything. Thank you. Yeah, so from now on, all kinds of systems here. And unfortunately, we're not getting nothing on the radar, which is not good. Ah, range. Let's turn into New York center here.
Alright, JetBlue 2317, turn 20 degrees right.
Turn 20 degrees right, 360, JetBlue 2317.
JetBlue 606, are you on the Williamsport for arrival?
Negative, JetBlue 606. This planning was due to weather.
Alright, JetBlue 606, stand by for a reroute.
Roger, JetBlue 606.
JetBlue 606, you're cleared to the Newark Airport via direct Williamsport, that's Foxtrot Quebec Mike, and the Williamsport 3 arrival.
Roger, direct, Foxtrot Kilo Mike, Williamsport 3 arrival, JetBlue 606.
JetBlue 2317, ascend to maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2000, JetBlue 2317.
American 1158, a mile from green, cleared ILS-4 approach.
Clear ILS-4, 1158.
American 2039, descend and maintain 7000.
7,000,
And the Exeter United 549, got 8,000 for 10,070 time.
United 549, New York Center, clear direct Lana, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Direct line off the flight level 380, United 549.
American 1158, the runway 4 RVR 2,600 feet, increasing to greater than 6,000 feet, wind 090 to 18, gust 24, runway 4 clear to land.
My apologies, came disconnected, repeat your message.
American 1158, the runway 4 RVR is 2,600 feet, increasing to greater than 6,000 feet, wind 090 to 18, gust 24, runway 4 clear to land.
Clear to land, I might disconnect you a second.
JetBlue 2317, turn left heading 310.
Turn left 310, JetBlue 2317.
Air France 10, descend and maintain 7000.
Descend and maintain 7,000, Air France 10.
American 113, turn right heading 010, intercept localizer.
010, inspect the localizer 13.
New York American 23, navigate LaGuardia, left hand please.
American 2039, heavy New York Center, say again?
Yeah, everything we get the LaGuardia altimeter.
Yeah, American 2039, LaGuardia altimeter 2974.
Nice, 7.5.
New York Center, Delta 21 with you at 12,000. American 113, 7 miles from Z-Town, maintain 2,000 till establishment of localizer, cleared ILS runway 4 right approach.
2000, establishment localizer, American 113.
Delta 21, New York Center, expect vectors ILS 4 right to Kennedy altimeter 2974. Roger, I'll expect vectors for the ILS 4 right and go to Delta 20. Delta 21 information, Romeo current. Take a listen. American 113, contact Kennedy Tower 119.1.
119.1, American 113.
Tower 204, cross Lendy at and maintain flight level 190 and 250 knots.
Lendy, flight level 190 and 250 knots. P3Dv4.
JetBlue 606, cross Wilkes-Barre at and maintain flight level 190.
190, JetBlue 606.
New York Central, this is United 2626, descending to 20,000. 200.
Yeah, 2626 New York Center, roger. Record 2039, descend and maintain 3000, intercept the runway 4 localizer.
Alright, going down 3, intercept the localizer, runway 4, American 2039.
Record 2039, you're 10 miles from green, cleared ILS 4 approach.
Alright, clear ILS 4, right, American 2039.
JetBlue 606, leaving flight level 370 for 19,000.
New York Center, this is Southwest 523. Are you covering Baltimore?
Southwest 523, negative.
Thank you.
New York Center, good afternoon. Learjet 25, Delta Bravo X-ray Papa inbound Teterboro. We are flying the JK3R nav. I don't know if you want to talk to us or not.
Charlie Delta Bravo, X-ray Papa, New York Center, roger, standby.
Thank you.
Charlie Bravo, X-ray Papa, squawk 7114.
7114 in the box, Bravo X-ray Papa.
JetBlue 2317, turn right heading 010, intercept the localizer. JetBlue 2317, turn right heading 010, intercept the localizer.
Turn right 010 onto the localizer, JetBlue 2317.
Air Canada 420, descend and maintain 4000.
4,000, Air Canada 420.
Tower 204, descend and maintain 9000. Correction, disregard. JetBlue 606, cross suite at and maintain 7000, the Newark altimeter 2973.
Cross suite at and maintain 7,000 on JetBlue 606, 2977.
JetBlue 2317, 7 miles from ZTOW, cleared ILS 4 approach. American 2039, the RVR 3000 feet, increasing to greater than 6,000 feet, wind 09023, gust 31, runway 4, clear to land.
Clear ILS 4, American 2039.
JetBlue 2317, cleared ILS 4 right approach.
Clear to the ILS 4 right approach, JetBlue 2317.
Delta 21, can you confirm we're getting vectors for ILS 13 left? Delta 21 negative, expect vectors ILS 4 right. Roger, sir, ILS 4 right for Delta 21, thanks. Tower 204, depart LaGuardia, heading 130, vectors ILS 4 right.
Alright, after LaGuardia heading 130 for P3Dv4.
JetBlue 2317, contact Kennedy Tower 119.1. Air France 10, turn right heading 270, descend and maintain 5000.
Right 270 and descend to 5,000. Air France 10.
Air Canada 420, depart LaGuardia heading 270.
270, Air Canada 420.
JetBlue 606, expect vectors ILS runway 4 right approach, the Newark altimeter 2973.
973, expecting 4 right approach, JetBlue 606.
American 2280.
Lockheed 2280, go ahead.
Sorry, we're gonna
Yeah,
have
we
to
had
maintain
turbulence
our
from
radio
turbulence
silence
from
here
level 200 to up to 260.
from now on.
Lockheed 2280, New York Center, roger. That was blocked. Number 61 Tango Golf, you're still going to be in my airspace another 3 or 4 minutes, but yeah, just stand by. I'll have you over to Boston in a couple of minutes.
Oh, roger.
Number 61 Tango Golf, contact Boston Center 134.7. Delta Delta 033, turn, correction, depart Cedar Lake, heading 360.
Heading 360, Delta Delta 033.
Actually, Delta Delta 033, disregard, you can go direct Baltimore still.
Can you repeat Delta Delta 033 is low?
Delta Delta 033, you can disregard the previous instruction, proceed direct to Baltimore Airport.
Okay, Delta Delta 033 can approach the ILS to Baltimore.
Yeah, Delta Delta 033, you can monitor to come 122.8. Yeah, 2626 cross brakes at and maintain 14,000 to Philadelphia, altimeter 29065. Air France 10, turn by heading 310 to center maintain 2000.
310 and center maintain 3000. Sorry, 2000. Air France 10.
United 2626 cross brakes at and maintain 14,000 to Philadelphia, altimeter 29065. Charlie Delta Bravo X-ray Papa descend via the JK3 arrival, the Newark altimeter 29073.
Descend via JK3 arrival, altimeter 29073, Bravo X-ray Papa, thank you.
JetBlue 606 depart suite heading 140 vectors, final approach course.
Depart Suite 140, JetBlue 606.
Okay, so thanks to this great star
2039 cross runway 13
and ILS,
taxi Teterboro Alpha.
ATC won't have to worry too much about us because we, oh, now,
Air Canada 420,
now
turn
it's
right
working.
heading, correction, turn left heading 180.
Turning left, heading 180, Air Canada 420.
I don't know. So he won't have to worry too much about it. We can guide ourselves all the way to the ILS.
Delta 4100, available 236, available 320. 340, my mistake.
So it's good because it's very busy. And he's taking care of Philadelphia too.
Duplicate code.
And the weather is bad, so
7160 for
look at this thing.
Delta 400.
Yeah, 2626 New York Center.
Oh yeah, now we're getting the weather. There you go. That's all we need. So we're gonna maintain 13,000 until Eileen. Eileen, we're gonna descend to 11,000. I would like to go around this, but he's busy. I'm not gonna ask to. We're just gonna go through it. It will be a quick detour here to the right, but, which is probably this guy here.
10, turn right heading 010, intercept the runway 4 right, localizer.
010 and intercept.
We're just gonna brace ourselves.
Right. Here's Princeton.
JetBlue 606, experiencing moderate turbulence to severe turbulence.
Oh.
To 10,000.
JetBlue 606, roger, break Delta 21, descend and maintain 9,000.
9,000, Delta 21.
New York, 663, passing 5,700 for 6,000.
Delta 6863, New York Center, welcome aboard. Clear direct merit, climb and maintain 10,000, expect higher in 2 minutes.
Okay, so we maintain 3,000 by through Jakey here, Eileen, which is the next waypoint.
New York Center,
And then once we we descend to 1,000.
November 6863, clear direct merit, climb and maintain 10,000.
And we have to maintain 250. He didn't say nothing about the speed. He just said that we are supposed to descend on
New York Center, American
but
413,000.
there's nobody here coming inbound Teterboro anyways.
American 400, New York Center, Mach 7146.
7146.
Reference 10 your mile from VTOP, clear Dallas 4 right approach.
Clear Dallas 4 right approach, reference 10.
So now,
Reference 10, contact Kennedy Tower 119.1.
have all kinds of weather here going on. So
Reference 10, contact Kennedy Tower 119.1.
119.1, thanks, bye-bye, reference 10.
New York Center, Air Canada 425 is ready to pick up IFR from LaGuardia to Boston.
American 2280, leave airspace to the west, Cleveland Center's offline, radar service is terminated, frequency change to advisory approved. American 2280, clear, monitor Unicom 122.8.
22.8, American 2280.
Air Canada 425, Quadrant Quest, standby number 1, expect a 5-minute delay.
Roger, Air Canada 425.
Center, good evening. Pilatus, November 11816, climbing 1700.
November 11816, New York Center, Squawk 7154.
7154.
Yeah, 2626 New York Center, it is the 4th time I'm trying to call you. Next time I'm calling a supervisor. Please respond. November 6863, traffic no factor, climb and maintain 17,000.
Up to 17,000, 6863.
Power 204, descend and maintain 13,000.
137, power 204.
Delta 21, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000, Delta 21.
November 11816, New York Center, radar contact, clear direct. Actually, turn off heading 360 for now, climb and maintain 8,000.
Left turn 360 up to 8,000, plus 816.
Air Canada 420, turn right heading 220, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend to 3,000, heading 220, Air Canada 420.
New York Center, Eclipse Jet 410, Hotel Alpha, 1,500 feet for 5,000.
Or 410 Hotel Alpha, New York Center, welcome aboard, climb and maintain 17,000, expect direct merit in 2 minutes for traffic.
Up to 17,000, expect merit in 2 minutes, 0 Hotel Alpha.
And for JetBlue 606, that's a suite heading 140 to confirm.
There's go.
There you go. JetBlue 606 heading 140, vectors ILS 4 right.
140, vectors ILS 4 right, JetBlue 606, and we're maintaining 7,000.
United 549, you leave airspace to the southwest, Washington Center's offline, radar service is terminated, frequency change to advisory approved.
Okay, next time, United 549, good day.
November 81 Charlie Papa, expect vectors ILS runway, correction, ILS Zulu 9 right approach now, the Philadelphia altimeter, through, correction, 29er 64.
Citation 33 Bravo Kilo, we're at 2,200 for 4,000 on 100 heading.
Citation 33 Bravo Kilo, New York Center, Squawk 7175.
7175, 3 Bravo Kilo.
JetBlue 606, contact New York approach 128.55.
128.55, JetBlue 606.
Air Canada 420, turn left heading at 040, enable direct green.
Air Canada 420, direct green.
Charlie Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, contact New York approach 128.55.
128.55 Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, thank for the service, bye.
November 410, Hotel Alpha, proceed.
973, JetBlue 606.
New York approach, good afternoon, Learjet 25 Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, Jakey 3, inbound Teterboro.
What's your call sign? Is it just Charlie Delta Bravo?
Yes, Charlie Delta Bravo X-ray Papa.
Charlie Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, and you approach the Teterboro altimeter 2973, expect vectors ILS runway 6.
Expect vectors ILS runway 6, altimeter 2973, Delta Bravo X-ray Papa. Setting the course for our final approach course. Yeah.
JetBlue 606 is center maintain 5,000.
Center maintain 5,000, JetBlue 606.
Potential aircraft on circuit to New York, will be back in 1 and 2 minutes.
Okay, let's get ready for our approach.
New York's back.
because of the weather.
Charlie Delta Bravo X Ray Papa, descend and maintain 6,000.
Descend and maintain 6,000, Bravo X-ray Papa.
JetBlue 606, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, JetBlue 606.
New York, departure November 900 Papa Delta, hold short, runway 04 left.
November 900 Papa Delta, New York departure, fly the Newark for departure, wind 06011, gust 20, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 04 left, in Newark for departure, November 900 Papa Delta.
JetBlue 606, 4 miles from Gritty, turn left heading 070, maintain 3,000, still established on localizer, cleared out, center 4
070, maintain 3,000 to establish localizer 04 right, JetBlue 606.
Departure November 900 Papa Delta, passing 900.
November 900 Papa Delta, New York approach, Teterboro altimeter 2972, expect vectors ILS 106. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, wrong person. November 900 Papa Delta, New York departure, you're ready to contact, climb maintain 1010,000.
Climb maintain 1010,000, November 900 Papa Delta.
New York approach, good afternoon, Pilatus, November 11816 at 8,000.
Pilatus, November 1186, New York approach, Teterboro altimeter 2972, expect vectors ILS 106.
72, expect ILS, vectors ILS 36.
Runway 6.
Pardon me, runway 6, Pilatus 816.
JetBlue 606, wind 06011, gust 20, runway 4 right, RVR 2,400, variable greater than 6,000, clear to land.
Clear to land 4 right, JetBlue 606.
November 1186, left heading 200, descend and maintain 5,000.
Left 200 down to 5,000.
Charlie Bravo, Delta Bravo, X-ray Papa, do you have things in your FMC? If you were set up for the ILS 6, you should have it in there. That's Victor, India, November, Golf Sierra, Vings.
Yes, Vings.
Okay, Charlie, Delta Bravo, X-ray Papa, thanks. Descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, X-ray Papa.
November 900, Papa Delta, looks like you're kind of a little bit off the departure procedure. Let's do this. November 900, Papa Delta, turn right heading 350.
Turn right 350, sorry, November 900, Papa Delta.
Approach Pilatus 816.
Pilatus 816, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm heading to Reading Regional. I don't see a runway 6 there.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Why did he... Yeah, stand by, actually. I thought you were going to Teterboro. Stand by.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay, I don't know why he handed you off. I don't cover that airport. Who handed you off? Was that Boston?
New York Center.
Oof. Alright, maintain 7,000, please.
Maintain 7.
Yeah, we have to do a quick fix here, because first he said it was going to be vectors, and then he decided to give us the full approach, so we have to add Vings back. But that's okay. That's why an approach, especially in busy areas like this, don't have the luxury of keep talking. I'm sorry about that.
November 900, Papa Delta, turn right heading 360, vectors of traffic.
Right 360, November 900, Papa Delta.
November 11816, right turn heading 240, vectors of traffic.
Right turn 240, November 816.
November 186, contact center 125.32. Tell him that I don't cover that airport that you're going to, okay?
2532, we'll see it.
November 900, Papa Delta, contact New York Center 125.32.
2532, thank you, November 900, Papa Delta.
Charlie Delta Bravo Extra Papa, proceed direct Vings, cross Vings at or above 2,000, cleared ILS runway 6.
Direct Vings 2000 and clear ILS runway 6, Bravo X-ray Papa. There we go, that's what we wanted. Let me see how off we are. Yeah. Let's stay on GPS for now. We'll flip at the end.
JetBlue 606, welcome to Newark, contact ground 17.8, good afternoon.
On over the ground, JetBlue 606, good night.
Charlie, Charlie Delta Bravo X-ray Papa. Teterboro wind 08012 gust 23, runway 6 RVR, 2,800, variable greater than the 6,000, runway 6, clear to land.
Clear to land, Bravo X-ray Papa, thank you very much, runway 6. Oh, that was my bad. Got too concentrated with everything else. Let's slow down a lot here. Flaps 8. Clear to land, so we're gonna maintain the heading and change to V-lock and wait for the ILS.
Air departure, good afternoon, United 3415, short 4 left, ready to go.
At 3415, hold short action, runway 4 left, line point.
That was pretty stressful
left, United
with the weather.
At 3415, without delay, fly the Newark for departure, wind 09015, gust 2200, 4 left, line point, no delay.
Confirm you still on us, line up and waiting for left, United 3415?
I just gave you a takeoff clearance. No delay, start rolling right now, please. Wind 09015, gust 2200, 4 left, clear takeoff.
Good. Clear for takeoff for left, United 3415, no delay.
Okay, glide slope showing up already. Around flaps 20. You won't need to do the step. We could, actually. Legally we can, so why not? Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, establish localizer, runway 6.
Alright, thank you, you're clear on.
Clear to land, Bravo X-ray Papa, thank you.
And departure 3415, passing 7,000 or 1700.
3415, ready to contact, climb, maintain 10,000.
10,000, 3415.
Okay. Yeah, as expected, it's pretty bad. Let's keep concentrated here. Oh, we can see the ground. This is one good thing. Just about to hit Torby, our final approach fix.
At 3415 left turn heading 270.
Turn left heading 270 and at 3415.
And glide slope. Should be going down the glide slope now. Yes.
At 3415, contact center 125.32. Good evening.
That's 5.3 Java going at 3415.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Oh, now it's a game. Reaching 500. We have until 200 to be able to land. Yeah, it's bad. Oh man. We're gonna be able to because we can see enough ahead here. But yeah, it's quite a landing here. There we go. We're good. That's all we need to see. Even less than that, to be honest. Reversers. Let's exit at a hotel. I'm not too sure if there's anyone coming behind us here. Yeah, that was intense.
Charlie Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, welcome to Teterboro Taxi Park. Your discretion. Good evening.
Parking to our discretion. Bravo X-ray Papa, thank you so much for the service. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Yeah.
We've made it. Yeah, sorry for not talking too much about this. Yeah. Whew. Okay, let's taxi. The FBO is right up ahead here. That's why I wanted to brake too.
That's aircraft on the circuit to New York. We'll back to minutes.
Oh, that's funny because I think we should. No, we're right. Hopefully there's gonna be a spot for us here. And the fuel too, it's 1,000 left. We were right there too. Switching back to the wings because the fuselage tank is empty. Oh, almost empty. Oh well, that was nice. I wonder if you should go a little bit further down there. Yeah, it's too busy here. Let's go to the end there by Papa, or by Golf. Oh, that was nice. So I have 1-2 on decimal 5. It's always nice to monitor, especially after you land. Won't happen here on the simulator, but you do in real life. Okay, everything else is good. ATC already said goodnight to us, but we're gonna keep mode C for a little bit longer. Oh, there's another parking there for some. Oh yeah, we could have parked there too. Anyways, we're going on this FBO this time. I forgot. I looked and I said, oh, this doesn't look familiar. I don't remember all those jets when I come here. That's because I always park there. Never realized by First Aviation. We'll park beside here. There's Lear on our left. Yeah, that was really nice. I'm gonna go over here a little bit just because I don't wanna go forward too much. Yeah, even though we are a little bit off compared to the rest, now we are right on the taxiway. Okay, let's go around. Let's park over there. We were right at the taxiway. That's not good. This guy's under check, so he won't be moving anytime soon. Much better. Just straighten the nose wheel a little bit. Beautiful. We've made it! Whew. Standing by on the transponder and off on the radio. This can stay. $51.43. Just real quick. Let me see what I had before. $49. Yeah. Let's open the door. Inverters can go off. Master off for avionics. Everything else here looks good. Everything is off. Off. Yeah, we're good to go. So there you have it. You don't leave the door open when it's raining. Doesn't look good. We've made it. Long flight for the Learjet. We reached New York. Thank you so much for watching. if you watched live, if you watched the stream, or if you're gonna be watching later on, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. The same. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, those people are casual on a torrential rain. Please leave a message, leave a message in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to read and make adjustments, or just to chat. If that's what would you like to, will be a pleasure. In the meantime, please enjoy the rest of your day, night, week, or weekend, depending on when you're watching. Next, just real quick, next flight. So we're gonna be going westbound, stay in the U.S. For now. So we're gonna be going westbound on a tour, going back home to Calgary. So yeah, we have something to look forward to. Thank you very much once again, and I thank you for your time. And I'll see you guys next time. Please stay safe. Bye bye.